KPIs. You touched on KPIs.
Yes.
So what sort of KPIs do you measure?
When we created the professional services framework, we don't have, the only KPI we have at a framework level at the moment is about the return of the management information, because that's really key for us, and that needs to be returned.
How they perform on the framework.
In terms of how the project information. We don't at this moment in time monitor the response rates to EOIs, etc. That's going to be in the next iteration of the framework. So the very simple KPI from that point, but then the project KPIs are really important to us, which is around the monitoring of the client satisfaction survey. So how well is the consultant performing with the client? How happy are the client with them? Looking at things like making people aware of how they consider the health and safety, how they consider social value, have they delivered on time, on budget, etc. So all of those general engagement communications, really key aspects around ensuring that what is a very people-driven industry within consultancy is focused on there to ensure that those in place do a very good job. We then also look at the social value, which we touched upon, utilising Loop, or if anyone uses another software, but they need to find a way of being able to monitor those relevant KPIs that we go out there. And then we also look at the ecosystem as well, that supply chain piece. Again, really heavily focused for the lot one provider, because that's where a lot of the supply chain comes in. But there are other providers across the framework who sit on multiple lots and could provide supply chain utilisation as well. So we want to see and understand how well the supply chain is being engaged beyond the framework itself.
Just, you touched on it earlier, but we're now into the second iteration?
Correct, yes.
So obviously the first iteration is in that sort of growth, and we've seen it, the second iteration be very successful, have we?
Yes, second iteration has, we're just literally coming up to the third anniversary, and it is exceeded the delivery of what the first iteration has done, and we've still got a further year to go. Okay. And we're on an exponential growth at the moment as well through the framework as we see it going, the trajectories at the moment. And considering that we started off within the pandemic and lockdown and had effectively an 18-month hiatus almost, I'm very pleased to have seen how well it's picked up and started and is continuing to grow as well.